Hello, our beautiful souls. You've reached Joanne and Elizabeth here at World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul. You guys are catching us in this amazing summer where we do this annual tradition of Christmas in July. And for Christmas in July, we're actually going to throw out the red carpet, my love. It's going to be 40% off everything in our store. So I am so excited that we can offer this huge freaking sale in the middle of the year. But we want to have as many beautiful souls to shift in their journey. So 40% off everything in our holiday store. Check it out from our detox, which is life changing, from our balancing program, which helps you balance each interaction all the way to permanent relating experience. And we also include our calls on there, love. This is where the biggest sale of the year that we offer is available for those that really need that extra in their journey to help them start feeling better. We're here with you guys. We are all in this together. So today's video topic is actually really good. So there was a question on our YouTube, and we're going to get deep on it. And the question was, how do you balance setting boundaries when in this connection, following soul, you can't just let your twin flame do whatever they want, right? Because they have their own free will. So what does boundaries look like? Because why if they cheat, or why if they do something wrong? Where does boundaries come in? And because with soul, you pretty much can't just not let them do whatever, right? So that's the question that we have. And so we're going to get deep on it. And it's actually really deep. So this question is treating it like your twin flame is separate from you. And you're treating it like your twin flame is going to be the opposite of what soul is. So when we're experiencing surrender, it's hard to trust that your soul's got you, like for real, right? So you're telling me, Joanne and Elizabeth, I'm going to surrender, I'm going to trust and hope that as I align, he's going to be faithful to me. He's going to choose me every day and I will never be harmed. And what we're telling you is, in this connection, as you surrender to your soul's not going to F up. It's just not. And so in our permanent relating experiences with our twin flames, I'm going to be completely honest, throughout my entire connection, in the beginning, I was bat wild crazy about all of those fears that this beautiful soul had added, from cheating to them doing me wrong and all those things. Those were my biggest freaking fear. And hopefully you guys have followed us enough. You'll know I had the craziest addictive energy. I had a nap. We both had a nap in our cars. And I would follow my person all the time with this freaking crazy fear that he would cheat on me. And I know now, deep down, a lot of those core wounds started with my family, with my parents, with my mom and dad, and the things that I saw in my own experiences. And finally, I realized that is not my now moment. Whatever happened to my parents, whatever happened to my family, does not have to be repeated in my experience. And there became a moment where I just trusted, where I surrendered, where I let go. And I got to this place of, I don't give an F, because I can't live my life dependent on anyone hurting me. And that's how I is living in the place of fear, thinking that he was going to leave, he was going to cheat, he was going to backstab me, all these fears. But because they are your soul, and the space of soul alignment, soul doesn't F up. Now, there are twins that are weird sometimes, right? Act weird, act wonky. And my TF definitely acted weird when I was weird, but never once did he ever, 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 and even to this day, will ever do the fears that the mind had. And maybe because I internally worked through them. And maybe if I didn't, I would have manifested things that I did not want, because your biggest fear will happen. So what do you do in that situation? You send your fear love. Because really, the door is wide open. The door is wide open. Yes, my person lives with me. Yes, he's devoted to me. Yes, he loves me. He's in my now moment every day. But the door is open. He can leave anytime. But I'm not going to stalk him anymore. I'm not going to look for more reasons to fear and feed the addictive energy. And guess what happens in that state, love? You're all they seek. You're all they want. Like, seriously. I wish him the F luck. I really do, because there's no me. He will never find his soul anywhere else but through me, because I'm him. So if you honestly believe that your twin flame is going to backstab you, cheat on you, hurt you, then you're manifesting through those fears and you're living through those fears. And I don't know about you guys, my loves, I'm going to live through love. The mind's already crazy enough. And so in the state of love, he doesn't cheat. He doesn't leave. He's with me every day. He's devoted to me. He admires me. I'm like everything he's ever dreamed of. Because who would be us? Who would give them this unconditional love? Who would offer them peace? There's so much crazy stuff going on with my person and his own personal family and situation. And I'm his peace. He seeks me. When he's having a bad day at work, he seeks my peace. I am his presence. I am his soul. And yes, you can trust your soul, because who else are you going to trust? If you can't trust your own soul, then are you saying that and that you can't trust what you are? Because God doesn't make mistakes. And so, yes, they have their own free will, but in that state of union, their will is God's will, which is your will. And so your best and highest good comes. And yes, soul brings you this devoted, amazing man that doesn't leave, that chooses you. But how did that happen? How did it get there? It became there when I became whole, my love. It became there when I realized I'm enough. It became there when I had that conscious awakening that recognized I choose me. So what? So what? Seriously, that is my answer to you. I would leave. Why would I ever be with someone who doesn't choose me? You know why I would leave in a heartbeat? Because I choose me. Obviously, it would never happen. He would never leave me. He would never hurt me, because my soul loves and adores me. But if anything ever happened, and I have certain things that I have within myself, and that's the boundary you can have through soul. Anyone that cheats or hurts me physically, right? I can't stay. And that's just something that I have had internally. And so my person knows that. My person knew that before soul recognition. My person knows that anytime we interact. And so my person knows the boundaries that I have with my soul and the commitment that I have with my soul, that I choose me over and over again. So does my person cheat or hurt me? No, he can't. He's my soul, and I trust my soul. And when he acted weird before, it was because I was acting weird. It's because I was checking stuff. I was in fear mode. I was manifesting my biggest fear. In all of those situations where I looked for signs and ways where he was being disloyal and being dishonest, I always saw that there was nothing to find, which is crazy, because the mind was always looking for something. The mind is always looking for something to validate itself. And so when I became whole and complete and I became enough, and that I'm someone that doesn't get cheated on, and I'm someone that is whole and complete now, I've never been in a situation where I would be, because it's not in my vortex. I don't believe that. And again, my love, I grew up in a situation where I saw that in my parents, and I could have manifested that in my own life, but I refuse. I forgave my parents. I let their own lessons or whatever it is that they needed to figure out within themselves and not touch my now moments. I don't let my own connection with my person be impacted by the core wounds that were activated within me when I was a child. And I was very hard to deal with. Seriously, it was hard. I was really, really like, if he wasn't my person, I don't think he would have put up with all of that. So that goes to show you can do all the crazy twin flame stuff. As soon as you get back into soul, it's all forgotten anyway. But I'm not there anymore now that I'm balanced. Once you balance your energy, you recognize that you are soul, you recognize that you're whole, and you can trust your soul. They don't hurt you. No one hurts you. You're protected, you're guided, and you are everything. It's almost saying, how can I trust love when love is the highest vibration? It's the energy of God. So it's almost like someone saying, I can't trust that everything's going to work out for me when I'm in a vibration of love. It's like you are pretty much contradicting what is. You are love. You're not trusting love when love is all there is. So what do you do with situations that the mind fears? You send them love and you live through soul. And yes, you set boundaries through soul, through your commitment to yourself on what it is that you would set boundaries of for everyone. That's how you make sure you don't push. So like my person, anyone that ever hurts or cheats on me, I'm out. I've already set that like in stone. Somewhere down the line, I loved myself enough that I would never interact with anybody, twin flame or not, that would hurt me physically or cheat on me. And again, he doesn't. He never will. But I don't believe that would ever happen to me. Because if it did, I would leave. So in my vortex, I'm ready to be in that state of I choose me. And in that state of choosing you, your person doesn't leave. In that state of choosing you and being whole and complete, your person stays. In that state of I trust and I surrender and I know that soul's got me and will never cheat on me because cheating isn't in my vortex. You don't get cheated on, love. This is you manifesting everything through love, unconditional love. So in my vortex, in my now moment, I'm protected, I'm guided. And what am I manifesting in the physical? I'm protected and guided. I'm protected and guided with this love that's unconditional, that chooses me every day because I choose me every day. What do you think, love?
It's the reality of how this energy is. It's the reality of what balancing looks like. It's the reality of how you align to soul. And I will reiterate what soul is: no preferences, no expectations and judgment. Even asking this question, how can I be sure that they're not doing this, this, and this? Well, my love, that's a preference. It's an expectation. It is something that you're in mind about over them. And when you're in mind with them, then there's no telling how the energy is going to play out. What Joanne said, their energy is going to be wonky. It's going to be different. They're going to act abnormally when your addictive energy is pushing on to them. You are one. Your energy is being pushed from you to them at all times. And you get to determine at any time through your conscious awareness, am I going to be aligned to soul and push that peace, love, joy onto them? Or am I going to be in mind and push fear-based, addictive, obsessive energy onto them. This is your conscious choice when you are aware and you're awakened, and when you do not go back to sleep. So as long as you're still focusing on what they are doing, are they going to cheat? See right there? Do you see how the mind so easily and sneakily goes on to them and takes your intention off of you? Are they going to do this? Where's your intention? Where's your focus? If it's on something they're doing, then you're not aligning to you. You're not aligning to your highest self. You're not aligning to soul. You're in separation consciousness. So the reality of this question is it's all focused on what they're thinking, doing, and feeling. And in that energy, they might do the things that the mind fears. You're manifesting from a fear-based energy instead of manifesting from the highest vibration. And Joanne, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I had the same fears when I was pre-separation, when I was in my addictive energy before my person left with the note on the door. I was jealous and fearful that he would leave, that he would find someone else. And even when I was trying to start balancing him back in, what did I do, Joanne? I would call you when my mind would start getting into fear of he's going to find someone better. He's going out to a wine bar with some male friends of his. What if he meets someone better? And what would you tell me? There is no one. There is no one that is better than you. You are his soul. Come back to this now moment. Wish him the F luck and be good, right? And so that's what you told me. And that's what I did. And guess what? He kept coming back. He kept coming back. And now balanced, I see him through such a different lens. I see him as the most loyal, honest, fully, like he has so much integrity. He would never do anything to hurt me, ever. This is a man that tried to save an ant that was on our floor. He literally tried to pick the ant up to take it outside, but the ant went and crawled in. This is the same man who tried to save an ant's life is also the same man that in my addictive energy left me with the note on the door and up and left with no notice. The man that could not be around when I had to go to the emergency room for the most extreme pain I was in. The man who could not be around me when I was in the darkest moments of my life. The same man that will try to save an ant's life. The energy makes them act wonky. It makes them act out of character, but it's your energy. It's your energy that you're pushing onto them. So when you really align to the part of you that's peace, they're there. They're there and they never want to leave your space because you are the peace that they can't find themselves. It's the craziest, but it is the most beautiful connection when you look at it through the eyes of energy, not through the eyes of emotions, not through the eyes of mind. Watch how the energy flows. Wow. When I'm in my state of peace, they're right there. They're right there and they're doing anything and everything for me that my mind always craved before. And suddenly I don't care. Or look at it through the eyes of energy. Oh my gosh, I'm pushing. They're pulling. It's just energy. And once you can simplify it and take the emotions and the bias out of the energy, you're left with, this is just the roadmap. I work on my energy and all changes through me.
I hope that this video helped you really quiet the mind, quiet the fears, and trust, really trust in your soul. The connection is run through you and your soul, my love. You are your soul, and your soul will never steer you wrong as long as you align with soul. If you're aligning with fear, then yeah, it's going to be a wonky energy. It is going to be off. They are going to act weird. They're not going to be in their highest self. When you're in your highest self, your person comes back to you as your highest self. And in that space, you're protected, you're guided, you're loved unconditionally, and it's peace. This is union energy. I want you guys to close your eyes and really feel what union energy is. Union energy is unity consciousness, where you're one with everything. Union energy is you being all. In that state of union, in that state of all, in that state of isness, you are everything. And in that state of everything, there is no separation. When you hear the word cheat, there's no cheat because you are everything. It sounds the opposite of one. And that's how you know you're in separation consciousness, when you're fearing the separation of you with the universe. The union energy of soul is one with all. And this space, this state, this is union. And nothing comes between union. So the fear, the biggest fear that me and Elizabeth had of anyone better than us, right? Let's just say there's this magical woman somewhere that the mind created. I can't see it anymore because I'm her. I'm the magical woman. And that's because we became whole, my love. We had so many insecurities that we filled our fear with the parts of us that was not whole. So go within and get deep within yourself and fill that void that feels like that you're not enough, that you won't be enough, and that you're going to be crossed and you're going to be hurt and you're going to be not chosen and you're going to be cheated on. Because that fear will manifest and will create addictive energy within you that causes your twin flame to pull and be in a state where anyone else, work, family, another person, is more peaceful than being around your addictive energy. And so how do you become more peace for yourself? How do you become the peace? How do you become that love? That love that I just showed you. I showed you that love. That's what they seek. That's what you are. That's what you come home to. And in that state of love, you can trust that love is enough. Because the pretend like person that the mind feared, they don't exist, not to me anymore. And so in that state, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because everything that you're creating in mind, in your highest belief, is already being created. So why not create it with love? Because the woman, the fear of like another person, right? So if you have that fear, it's erased. I send it love. That's why we say, I wish them math luck, because no one's going to be us. And so even as mind is creating it, soul just canceled it. Soul just erased it. Love just took over. And that's all there is. And so what happens in the physical? They don't see anyone else. They can't see anyone else. No one else is as amazing as us because we are amazing. Own your power, own your light, and trust in your soul because your soul is enough. And if you have a DM that you're seeing wonky energy from, it'll change through you, my love. It really does. We have so many beautiful souls that shared with us that their person was weird, that their person was pulling, that their person was saying weird stuff, right? And that happens. Just like Elizabeth, when she manifested her person back after separation, he was asking for friends with benefits. And what did Elizabeth do? Set a boundary. That doesn't resonate for me with anyone, whether it's you or anyone else. That's how boundaries get made. What are the commitments that you have within yourself that you will never cross because you love yourself so much? Don't ever lose your resonance and what resonates for you, my love. And in those places where you know what you'll allow because you choose you in any given time, will make it to where you never push and leak on your person and make them priority. That's every interaction. Every single time you're interacting with your person, are you honoring you? Are you choosing you? If they're texting you and you're tired, you're tired. Why are you texting them? But because so many divine feminines, they feel like, oh, I'm never going to have this again. They might not text me again. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my chance. That very energy, push. They're you. Really feel that. They're you. They're not going anywhere. As soon as you align in soul, they're right there. You're telling me you're never going to reach soul again? You are your soul. You got to trust. You got to surrender. You have to believe in you and know that whatever happens, you'll choose you over and over again. And guess what happens in the physical in that state? Your person chooses you over and over again because they are you. We love you guys so much. Catch our sale, my dears. This is our Christmas in July. It's the biggest one in the year. I think it's almost bigger than Christmas, really, because we love holidays here at Cup and Joe. We love sharing these truths with you guys. We love helping so many of you shift, and we love being here with all of you in your journey. Not in communication, we highly recommend doing the detox. If you're needing help to balance, balancing programs there. We're here to help you. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.